Wow. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you guys today? All right. Um, it's been a while. Back to our post-COVID discussion. All right. That's nice. Um, for a lot of people that have gone back to work, I want to say you did well. However, I want to also say that you must not relent in your social distancing, the use of gloves, the use of face goggles or face shields, and washing of hands, and probably wearing of hand gloves. We understand that the relaxing of the lockdown is not because we have conquered COVID. No, far from it. We have not conquered COVID. The larger reason is because there seems to be a set of reasonable precautions that we can imbibe while still trying to salvage the economy. Lots of people are yet to recover, really, and a lot of jobs have been lost. Many people work privately as entrepreneurs, individual entrepreneurs, or small business owners. And a whole lot of businesses have actually collapsed because the economy itself was never built on this kind of shutdown for that is actually still on for the excess of 10 weeks and it's still lingering for so many sectors, such as the entertainment industry, churches, mosques, schools, and a whole lot like that. These are big industries that has large numbers of entrepreneurs that services them. So basically, we are not out of the woods yet, but people can still go around a little bit, go to the bank. You can still talk to some of your customers on phone and run down to service them one way or the other. For those who are running restaurants, you could still call your most loyal customers and take the food to them wherever they are, or meet up at the front of your shop if possible, and things like that. So that is it. That is what most people have been doing. However, I want to say that you and we must not despair. Don't despair. There are a lot of ideas that you can pivot into, really. And I'll be sharing a lot of those ideas any moment from now. There are a lot of things you can pivot into. In the meantime, we've had people say things like it might still take like uh, 12 months. Some say 2 years before we are fully free of COVID. Well, those estimates sounds gloom, really. But again, I think in the next maximum of 10 weeks, there would have been drugs that can be highly distributable, that will be able to cure COVID fast, and that can also serve as prevention or vaccines as well. So, but all in all, the year 2020 is already under a major distress. So you must begin to think of how to survive beyond what you have been doing before that might have been affected by COVID. All right. So one of the big things that you should consider is pushing your business online. I've spoken about that on one or two occasions. You want to push your business online. You want to, call your partners online and sort their problems, like that. The things that you do for them physically, you want to be able to, see them online and discuss it with them, so like that. Now, looking at the winners of the lockdown, you need to build your business around those that really won during the COVID-19. You want to look at businesses like that and pivot your business to look like. For instance, the telecom organization made a killing during this lockdown. The banks, the neighborhood money transfer banks, gas refilling businesses, small supermarkets, small shops where essentials can be bought and sold, like that, neighborhood markets for fruits, for consumables, and so on. So you need to think of how to take your business to that kind of existential extent for the meantime. A lot of business that are built on value added services can no longer function for now. For instance, fancy restaurants may not flow because fancy restaurant is in the food industry, but it's on the higher level, higher scale of food industry. You get what I'm saying? So if people cannot sit down and eat in a restaurant, that means you are not going to be in business, and all the margins you put on the food people eat there will no longer be possible. But again, if you scale down to existential food distribution, you could still enjoy some form of basic margin and so on. Okay, then again, for those people that have been trying to return back to work, you can see how things are in the city, in the country. Many of us have gone back to work. A lot of people have tried to do restart their business, but you now realize that for the several other supporting businesses that are still down, they seem to have a very, very major negative impact on your own business. For instance, you want to, where you sell your products, normally you notice that out of 1,000 people that passes there daily, you now have just 50 people. So if you make 20 sales before, maybe now you might just be making 1 or 2 sales, and the 1 or 2 sales might not even be enough for you to survive for that single day or thereabouts. Or maybe you go out on transportation and you notice that because of the reduced capacity of public transport, the prices of transportation has gone up a whole lot, and by the time you go out and you come back, you've even spent more money than you have even made that day. So a whole lot of people are back home thinking of how to refocus and all the rest. My advice again is, the first thing you need to do is you need to strategize. Sit down, look at what you are doing, pull a list off and look at all your customers, find a very smooth, fast way of reaching them, explain the proposition to them, let them be able to contact you easily so that you can always have something, they can always patronize you, at least for survival reasons for the time being, while you figure out what you are going to do next. Yeah, while you figure out what you're going to do next. Let me give you a good example. There is this friend of mine that does asun, roasted, roast goat meat for events, in weekend events, Friday night events, Saturday night events. Then on Sunday, he has a church where he prepares the asun there from morning till afternoon. And, he makes quite a good some money, serious money there, and he came to me and he asked me, bros, how do I survive? I can't make my asun again. And I told him that, well, why don't you start making your asun in your street corner? Of course you won't be able to make such sales that you have been making, but you can start from there. However, you can also go into the real existential business of goat meat. You can begin to slaughter goat meat and sell straightforward. So people want to cook at home can buy directly from you, and you will survive from there. Forget about roasting the goat for now. You can always sit down at home and you can always open up a small street corner joint or get a stall in the market, or somewhere, or tell your friends, I sell goat meat, as in live goat meat, frozen goat meat by the kilo, and by so doing, people don't mind buying raw goat meat and cooking it at home and enjoying themselves. You can even help them to cut into small pieces, and again, you can even package your asun spice and give it to them as backup, extra fees, that in case you want to make it into asun, this is how you can make it in your backyard or in your house, and so on and so forth. So the point is that a lot of businesses that people do are value added. And now, I don't think I don't think this is not the time for value-added business. People don't really care about values again now. So what they are interested in is just to exist. So my idea is that you look at your business, then you dial it down to the existential elements of it. Yeah, the existential element. Then you function around the existential element for now and see how things progress. So, in fact, in most industries can really do this. So, for whatever you do, for instance, tailors that are now making face mask is an example, is a good example of dialing down into existential level and so on. So that's just it for now. And there are a whole lot of things. Now, in case you want to get more people to know about what you do, you can always contact people by Facebook, by Instagram, by Twitter, or YouTube, or even bulk SMS. You can also have your own website or your own web application. In case you need to get your website or your web application or your bulk SMS, you can reach out to me. Yeah, I have a firm that does that, and a whole lot of people have been calling me that, oh, please, I want to send messages to all my customers and all the rest. And I've been issuing them with a very large volume of contacts and thereabouts, so that people can reach their customers without, missing out on the offers they want to offer them. You can reach me also for questions on what to do for business development. My name is Femifoluwa Ladehl. You can reach me on my telephone number and WhatsApp, which is 0802 300 4356. That number is also my WhatsApp line. It's also my telephone line. You can reach me on it. And there are a lot of other things I would like to share with us as we go on. The lockdown in Lagos State, for instance, Nigeria, I've been relaxed now for going to almost 10 days, and I know exactly how people are responding to it. I know exactly what people are saying, and how easy people are finding it. But don't worry, we shall all get out of this. I mean, we shall all survive. There is no doubt about that. Nobody should fear, nobody should fret. Don't worry, we will all get out of it. Things will get better very, very soon. According to news and portals that I've been monitoring, currently there are a few ideas to solve this COVID problem. There are a lot of drugs that are coming out, but many of those drugs are still undergoing trials, and the WHO is yet to approve any. Although in America, one or two drugs are getting close to being approved by the FDA. However, distribution of these drugs might be a little bit of a problem, and scaling up to global usage might be a problem. But again, in Africa here, the news is that we might be getting close to what I'll call traditional solutions like agbo, healing, herbal mixer, and all the rest. For me, I believe the solution is here. I believe we have herbal drugs that can really help in this thing, because essentially COVID-19 is a kind of ailment that can be tackled in the area. It's like a mix of malaria, respiratory system, respiratory ailment, common cold, and all the rest. So, for instance, if you have herbs that mix up things like that, I'm sure there will be some kind of healing and solutions. Again, I'm sure some of us have had the rumors of perhaps old ancient dosage of vaccines, bukpa bukpa as they call it in Yoruba, old vaccines that many of us have used before, BCGs and all the rest, and all that. Perhaps they are helping, because the Western world are wondering why are Nigerians not dying on the street the way they thought, and so on. So, all in all, be careful when you go out, and be careful when you go in. Wash your hands and all the rest. There'll be a solution very soon, and by the special grace of God, your business is not going to collapse. And I want to assure you there is help. If your business doesn't have a website currently, just let me know. I'll help you to fix up a good website. You'll be able to go online. I'll help you to ensure that your website can function on the mobile phone, and it will be integrated with all the social media handles such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and so on, even YouTube. And you'll be able to reach out your customers with your products and services, and your survival will be guaranteed. All right, my name is Femifoluwa Ladehl, and I can call myself the current post-COVID business consultant. You want to know how to go ahead this post-COVID? Don't worry, I'll be here to be of help to you. Thank you very much, and I want to say God bless you. Thank you very much, and we see you again.